Following on from my video talking about dandelions and how amazing they are, I was just looking at what's growing up in my lawn, and I leave my grass quite long, but I found some amazing plants, and one of these you probably know as being plantain. This is ribwort plantain, and you can just see the flower heads coming up here. I feel really lucky to have this growing in the garden because it's one of our most healing plants. It's amazing for wound healing, and if you look at the back you see these long sort of ribs coming up here. In between you've got some dandelions there. These flowers will grow quite tall, and these leaves, the plantain leaf, this is ribwort plantain, you've got a greater plantain as well. They can be eaten. They're quite bitter and they're really good for digestion, and they're very cooling and anti-inflammatory. So you could have those in a salad, you could put those in a tea, and that's got a really beneficial effect. Helps with IBS, helps with calming down nervous tension as well. And if you were to take a bit of this leaf and you create a poultice by chewing up the leaf, releasing the chemicals, you can actually put that onto a bite, bee sting, and it draws out the infection. So plantain's amazing because it draws out infection. It also helps to kill pain, and it just decreases inflammation. Like if you have a really bad horsefly bite, that's incredibly useful for that. So having that on my lawn is a really big blessing there growing up. I'm going to let that grow up nicely. And you can see next to it as well, you've got dandelions. And dandelion flowers are so lovely. You've got the leaves here. The leaves can be eaten. You can put those into salads. They got that toothed edge to them. Flowers, very popular with the bees right now. Can all be eaten. These are really powerful diuretic, really good for the digestion as well. Cleanses out the urinary system, helps the blood, helps rid the body of toxins. Incredibly good for you. Nutritious and a really bright healer. Also helps with blood sugars, cholesterol levels, blood pressure. Really amazing there. And just coming over here, because I was looking around, and I feel really lucky as well because I've got loads of nettles in the garden, and nettles are brilliant. Nettles again are really good for spring cleansing because again they're really good for purifying the blood, and what they do is they help to remove stagnation in the blood. They help to sort of tone the blood vessels and help things flow better inside. Again, they're really good for kidneys, urinary system. You can eat them. Probably best to take the sting out of them first, but you can also put them into tea. They're good for allergies as well. So some people like to put those into a tincture. Incredibly fiery plant full of vitality, very nutritious, lots of vitamin C, lots of mineral content. Pick them now, take the tops off. I have quite a lot growing up here. There's lots at the front of my garden as well. And can you see in between? I got cleavers. I'm really happy I got cleavers because the cleavers are growing up loads in my garden, and I love cleavers. And again, a really amazing spring cleanser. So these are known as sticky weed as well. They stick to you. You can see it sticking to my finger there. And that's just growing up the grass. It grows quite tall. It likes growing next to other plants that it can sort of cling onto there. Dogs and horses love cleavers because they know that these are really good for the waterways in the body, just for clearing out toxins. Really good for the lymph system, the blood, urinary system, really good for the joints, clears toxins out the body, helps the liver, strengthen the liver. You see the square stem. You can't miss cleavers, it's really unique, and because it sticks to you, it's got these whorled sort of leaves going up the stem. You could eat it, but it's got these tiny hairs. They can be irritable. I most likely say put that into a tea. You can make a tea with nettles, put some cleavers in. Don't overboil because you will just impair the goodness. You can put that into a cold infusion, add some dandelions. But cleaver is an incredibly wonderful one. Helps reduce swelling in the lymph nodes. Really good for the skin as well. And you can actually crush that stem and you can rub it onto your skin. Helps with things like eczema, dermatitis. Helps the health of the skin. And also by flushing out the toxins, it'll give your skin a really healthy glow. So cleavers, amazing. Nettles, incredibly good for you. Plantain and dandelions, and all just growing up in your garden. I'll be back again soon with some more incredibly beautiful plants, possibly even bramble as well, because you can see bramble there. And you can actually use these leaves because they are astringent And you can put those into tea, and they really, really help if you have an upset stomach, because they help to dry things up inside. There you go, wonderful, amazing. Have fun with your lawn, because it's beautiful.